Hello there. I just wanted to talk about the Mortal Kombat 1 DLC real quick because it came out not too long ago. And I wanted to tell my opinions about it because personally, I'm kind of mixed on it. It's fine in some areas, but then there's other areas where it's like really dooky and kind of weird. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. And I'm not doing any fancy editing or anything because in all honestly, I don't have the proper technology for it yet and stuff, so just kind of bear with me. Bear with me through it a little bit, but first off, the DLC and the characters are fun for now. Like Noob Saibot, Cyrax Sector, they're really fun to play as right now. I'm having a really, really good time with it, and it's really fun to play. And but the story is where it gets a little weird. Like the characters are cool. Cyrax and Sector's abilities are phenomenal. Noob Saibot is really fun to play still. Like I still love him. He plays just like how he did in Mortal Kombat 9 to me, and he's kind of better here than he was in MK11. In MK11 he was a throwaway guy. They literally brought him back so they could just put him as a jobber and does nothing for the rest of the game. But here he actually has story, which I think is really cool, and it's really nice that um they actually gave him some story here and let him do some stuff in the story. I think that's kind of cool. We're getting to a point where we actually have characters doing stuff, and that's kind of tight. Like I'm not going to lie, that's pretty sick. But the story is just it's fine. It's not phenomenal. It's not great. My first opinion about it was kind of dooky. I was like, why is does this really have a reason to exist? And my problem with the story is first off Havoc being the villain. I think that's cool. We're not just getting like made up villains or redo villains like Shao Kahn and sent like Shao Kahn or Karanaka isn't a villain again, which I think is really cool. But my problem with the story is there it has a lot of flaws, and one of them is like Cyrax is just always picked on throughout the whole entire story. I don't know what it is, but the story, like Cyrax just gets dog duked here, like the whole story. Like all she is she's just getting shit on constantly by the characters, and it's like, yeah, we get it, we get it, but Sector's pretty cool. I like her scenes. She's arrogant and she's mean, but that was kind of like always Cyrax's story, so that's cool. Noob Saibot gets a story here, which is really nice. He gets to do stuff. He's violent and he's angry, and I think that's really nice. That's really, really tight there. But and then my problems with the story is it mostly involves it being really short. Like I don't hate the story. I think the DLC is awesome. My problem is it's really short and it doesn't do much for the story other than just add more, just a little tiny bit more stuff to it. Like what I'm trying to say is it doesn't do anything very interesting except for, oh, random new side boss bad guy comes to try to take the timeline. And that's my other problem. I'm sick of like Mortal Kombat just constantly involving the story around just taking the, the Liu Kang's timeline now. Like, can we do something else besides the timeline stuff? Can we? I was kind of hoping this game would just be another like tournament based game like the older games were, but the more stuff that happens, it's just like, oh, we're just going back to the timeline stuff, which I think is kind of lame. I don't like that, mostly for the part it's just it feels overused now. Like Mortal Kombat 11, we got it. Involved timeline stuff. This game, it's like, okay, timeline stuff again. And then this DLC is just like, oh, it's another Titan guy coming to steal the timeline. And I think that's kind of dog shit, because it's just it's like, can we have something else other than just this guy comes to steal the timeline, please? It's overused in my opinion right now, and I think we could do better. But also I like the story because Havoc being a villain is a nice touch. He looks really cool, by the way. His design with that helmet and stuff, it's really, really nice. And it's really cool, that they actually gave him his white eyes back. I think that's a really nice touch. His face is all melted up and stuff, and like it separates through the helmet, so you can only really see his jaw. And I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool. Besides this, and it's really short too. The story's like criminally short. Like it took me like 2 hours to beat this DLC, which I think is kind of insane. It took me only 2 hours to beat this DLC. Like I'm sure I think in Mortal Kombat 11 in the aftermath, it at least took me like 4 or 5 or something hours to beat. Right here, it just kind of like it was like quick as shit. It was really quick, and it's like I said, I'm still kind of mixed on the story. I'm not really my opinion's not going to hold much, but I just wanted to share it cuz I think it's cool. I like Mortal Kombat. I've been a fan ever since the old days, and excuse me, and I really I thought this DLC was fine. I think it's just fine though. It's not too exciting or anything. It's not crazy. It doesn't do anything to add much to the story. It's just, oh, another bad guy. Go figure. But that's pretty much about it. I want to start making more videos like this because I want to review games and horror movies and stuff that I want to go over. And like I said, I'm not working with the best technology, so for a while, this is pretty much just going to be me filming in random locations, just yapping. But I could care less. I just wanted to do this for fun. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. You have a good one.